Hello, my name is Bob Shaw, and here is my setup preparing for Paul McWhorter's Orin Nano expected lessons. I have a laptop PC running Ubuntu with my monitor displaying 3 terminal windows and one window showing part of Firefox browser running. In that Firefox window, I have the part exposed which shows the Gemini sidecar, which I find very, very useful in answering questions and helping me with little questions about how to do things in Ubuntu and the sort of thing. And if I actually click on it, you'll see that part of it was covered up with the other windows, and that's not a problem because as soon as you click the other windows like this, you see it covers it back up, and I can use all 3 of these windows with no problem. And just interestingly, if I slide this window along, I can actually follow one of Paul's videos quite closely and be able to work alongside while it's working. I can actually go and, for instance, use the 2 terminal windows that are connected to the Orin over here. For instance, here I'll click on this one, and this one is running a copy of Gemma under Olama, and I can type in what is the square root of, let's say 128 just for the heck of it. And you can see it's calculating quite quickly. Now you'll notice while it's calculating, the action is being shown up on the JTOP setting up here, and it came out with a value of 7.65, which I presume is correct. It's certainly approximately correct. And so it's quite useful. And if I want to get back to click on here, I can slide this
big
back.
Boys, and this simple little flash the SD card is just not the way to do it.
I can slide this back to get Gemini set up again and bring these windows overlapping it again. And I can ask Gemini a question down here as well, get an answer. I can cut and paste from the one machine which is running on the PC to the other windows that are working on the Orion. And so this is very useful because although I'm a reasonably good typist, the accuracy of cut and paste certainly can eliminate a lot of little problems, particularly when you may not be quite familiar with the terminology and the exact command available in Ubuntu. And it solves some of the problems like confusing eyes for one and this sort of thing, seeing what spaces are required between instructions. So it makes it just generally easier to use. Now, I also offer free help to anyone living near Victoria, British Columbia. I live in a smaller town called Sydney, just north of Victoria. For anyone that does not have the capability to reflash their Orin because they don't have another machine to run the SDK manager on, but they've bricked their Orin, and believe me, when you've bricked it, it can be quite tricky to get it operating again. Some of the software is not repairable from just putting a new micro SD card in and that sort of thing, and you have to actually use the SDK manager. And so anyone that can get their machine to me in Victoria, I'm more than happy to flash whatever they need onto their machine. My email address is up there as well, VE3SUY@gmail.com. And that is an amateur radio call sign, so it looks a little weird. But any rate, I look forward to hearing from anybody if they have any questions about the way I've set my system up, or why in particular I've done it. This will allow me pretty well, I think, using the maximum amount of memory to run LLMs, for instance, on the Orin, and offload things like a browser or anything trying to diagnose what I'm doing. So if there are any questions, feel free to email me. And I also hope that others that do have the ability to go ahead and flash a jetpack onto an Orin will offer their services to others in the geographic area that they live in. And so it would help if you included some information on the mailing address, or, well, I should say the location that you're in, and say an email address, so that you can be contacted to perhaps answer a couple of questions or reflash the machine for you. So that's it for now. Cheers from Bob.